when you train, when you stare at the wall, white wall, for 4 or 5 hours a day. I mean, I think I approach it in several different ways. One way is I'll do that intentionally, where I say, you know, like going into 70.3, where I wanted to win the race, and I knew Gomez was going to be the guy to beat. So at the end of every single workout that I did, I always sprinted the final 2. It doesn't matter what the repeats were. I always increased the speed to as fast as the treadmill would go, and I would sprint for the final 200 meters. And I pretend Gomez. Like the very last workout, I commentated the whole final mile as how it was going. My girlfriend was sitting there just watching me, and I commentated, and obviously, I mean, I won, right? So, and that's what I said. Like I've already beat him like 1,000 times already. Yeah, the hands, so like huge portion. I visualize every race. I've already done it many times. And you know, as a tip, if you haven't utilized it or you're starting to utilize it, is I visualize every element I possibly can. The smell, like I can smell what it's going to smell like. I can see it. I can feel it. I can taste it. It sends shivers down my spine. You get better at it as you do it progressively more and more. Especially, what's interesting is when you actually manifest what you were visualizing. In Florida, for instance, I visualized it hundreds of times. So Muskoka 70.3 was the first time where I had visualized something and then it occurred. And the whole time I was trying to like compare it to how I visualized what would happen. It was this weird experience. I was like flip-flopping back and forth between like tears and crying and like, oh, this isn't how I imagined it was going to be. And for Florida, this time I said, shut up, and I turned my brain off completely, and I just allowed the emotions to flow out, and it was much more, I guess, like a deep sensation inside, tears and all that sort of thing. I wanted to say something else, I forget.
Talk a little bit about how you, like, you were talking about visualization, but talk about how, I read your one blog on how you prepared for Florida and the extreme lengths you went to simulate what race day was going to be like.
Yeah, absolutely. Because I run on the treadmill, right? So I'd never done aid station. I've never taken any. On a 70.3, I'm self-contained. I don't take anything from the aid stations. So I had never tried to drink at the aid station. So I went next door on my final brick workout the week, 2 weeks, 1 week before the race, and I bought a whole bunch of paper cups and lined them up next to the treadmill, full of Coca-Cola and Gatorade. And so I was taking them each mile as the treadmill's just all sticky full of Coca-Cola. I'm all sticky full of Coca-Cola. I think to the best, if you want to do your best bet is to think about you control the controllables. I try and think about every possible thing that could go wrong, that I might not have thought about, that I might not have developed, and then I try and develop and practice. And I've done it before, so that when I get into the race, it's just like, well, you just got to go and execute what you've already done this. You know what, you just have to do what you've trained to do. So there's no, nothing new, usually, hopefully, but there always is.